Okay, so let's build our first script with Claude Code. Now, the only technical bit we are going to have here is a command called change directory, cd. Inside my home directory, I've created the folder tutorial and I've created module 3 folder. And here we have a CSV file with journal entries. Now I want to build a Python script which analyzes that CSV file. The first step is to open Claude. However, we want to open it inside the directory where this module 3 lives. To achieve that, we need to point the terminal, the command prompt, in that folder. So I didn't show you how exactly to open the command prompt, but it's very simple. You just tap again in search and you can find it here, or you can search for it. Now let's write the special command cd change directory, and then you can press tab and you can find tutorial, or I can simply press T, then press tab again, and I'm going to find it here. Okay, now we're in tutorial. Now I want to move further and I want to enter module 3. So here we are. And now I'm going to say Claude. Okay. Yes, I trust this folder. Okay, perfect. Now, let me do the following. I want to first see what are the columns in that CSV. What are the columns in, now you can say, see what I did here. You can press at, you can type at, and just give it a moment. And you can see how it's going to list the files which are in this directory. So I can press enter and I can point to this file. What are the columns in journal entries CSV? Now, if you want to add specific points to specific documents or files directly within Claude, you're going to do it with this pattern where you press add and then you type the name or the folder that you want to point to, and that's going to be taken into the context of the model. Now let's see. Okay, apparently I'm not logged in, so let me first do that. Okay, I want to use my subscription. It's very simple. Authorize. Sometimes Claude can forget the account and you would have to do that again. So in this case, let me press enter. Okay, it's successful. Let's do it again. Okay, now we're waiting. So these are the columns. Can you show me the entries with blank description? Now, you can really speak to it as if it's your own buddy, and it's really going to listen to you. Let's do this. Perfect. Cool. And I can now say, can you export these to another CSV file so that I can send them to my colleagues. Okay, perfect. Now we can see them here. Okay, let's add it with Notepad. Okay, I actually want to make a change though. Can we actually group them by entry number? Okay. So now it's not even writing code to do that change, it's directly executing it on the CSV file. Yes, I want to confirm. So when there is some kind of change that Claude wants to do, basically change to a file, whether it's a code file or whether it's something else, it's always going to give you three options. Yes, yes, and allow all edits during session. That basically means that the next time it's not going to ask you for confirmation. And the third option is no. Now, what I'm going to say is no. Can you do that in a new file? So I do not want to rewrite the old file, I want a new one. Perfect, now it's going to create a new one. Okay. Nice. So now I want to do something more visual. Let's plot a bar chart with the top 5 biggest expenses. Okay. So now most likely it's going to write code. Yes, it did. Now, something I found really funny during the coding session organized by Reddit was that one of the people presenting said that part of working with Claude is just answering yes to whatever it asks you. So we're going to do that again. Just answer yes. And now most likely it's going to ask you to execute that. Let's see. Yes, Python top expenses chart py. Basically, it tells you, do you want to execute the written script? Yes, we do want that. Oh, and now we have an error. So that's good, actually. There was an error. Apparently, we do not have this library, which is related to plotting. Again, no need to know that complexity, because Claude immediately finds a solution to that, and it offers you to install the library. I'm going to press yes. So I'm not sure what happened here, but apparently it did not manage to execute it the first time, so we are pressing it again. Okay, now it should succeed. Okay, here we have the chart. So for some reason it did not install initially successfully the library, but then it did. And here we have the chart. Something I realized is that after each bar, we have something which is not exactly a number. So there is some kind of like formatting issue. Let's try to solve that. For some reason, I'm not seeing the dollar amounts after every bar. Instead, I see whatever this weird thing is. So really, again, you speak to it as if it's a colleague, and as if it's like the IT like department. You just tell them what the problem is. In this case, you just tell Claude Code what the problem is, and in this case, the numbers are not showing. So let's see. Okay, yes, we want to change it. Run again. And we have successfully managed to solve this problem too. Thank you. Something I realized is that after each bar, we have something which is not exactly a number. So there is some kind of like formatting issue. Let's try to solve that. For some reason, I'm not seeing the dollar amounts after every bar. Instead, I see whatever this weird thing is. So really, again, you speak to it as if it's a colleague, and as if it's like the IT like department. You just tell them what the problem is. In this case, you just tell Claude Code what the problem is, and in this case, the numbers are not showing. So let's see. Okay, yes, we want to change it. Run again. And we have successfully managed to solve this problem too. Thank you.